Okay, so we're looking at an IELTS general task, and we've got that informal pattern, which I actually think is more difficult than the formal pattern, but can be more fun to write. So let's look at the topic. You're going to another country to study. You would like to do a part-time job while you are studying, so you want to ask a friend who lives there for some help. Write a letter to this friend. In your letter, give details of your study plans. Okay, so explain. Okay, so give me lots of details. Explain what you're doing, why you're studying. Okay, explain why you want to get a part-time job. Okay, so we want to give some reasons. Maybe you want to save money. Maybe you want to improve your language skills. Maybe you want to make more friends. And suggest how your friend could help you find a job. Okay, so you're making a suggestion. Okay, so you're asking something. Could you? Okay, or it would be great if. That's how I would ask my friends to do something. It would be great if you could send me some advice, or if you could ask your teachers if they have any part-time jobs, or would it be possible? Okay, so remember, when we're asking for favors, even like to a friend informally, we're sort of using these modal verbs in order to be polite in English. So even though it's informal, you still want to be polite. Okay, you're not saying to your friend, "Get me a job, do this." Okay, it'd be great if you could help me out, or if you have any suggestions of where I could send my CV, please help me out. Okay, if you have any suggestions or ideas. Okay, so that's what we're kind of looking for, to be polite. All right, so let's take a look at what this candidate has done. Dear Sam, how are you? I hope you're well. Okay, I like this use of the exclamation point. Okay, this is very friendly and informal. Okay, so this fits well inside this letter. Okay, we could say, I hope you're well. Okay, we could do a collocation because it's informal, but so far I like this use of punctuation. I'm writing this letter to let you know that I'm going to go abroad to study. So I'd like to get a part-time job because my financial state is not sufficient. Okay, sufficient. This is too formal vocabulary. Okay, remember, being informal. Okay, so I would probably say something like, I'm trying to save money, or I would like to get a part-time job because I want to earn money for rent, or maybe my scholarship won't cover textbooks or something. So give me some specifics, okay, about why you need to get the part-time job. I'm going to study abroad. But I mean, you're writing to this friend, I'm going to go abroad to study, but is this friend living in the same country as you? Okay, so maybe you'd say something like, I'm coming to Canada. How are you? I hope you're well. Am I saying that I'm going to come to Canada to study for 1 year? I'm going to arrive in September. I'm so excited. However, I want to get a part-time job when I'm there because I'm trying to save money to travel around, and my scholarship won't cover all of my expenses. I'm going to study modern music and classical music for 6 years. Wow. So I have to accomplish 24 credits. I know it is not easy, but I really want to study at the best university. I've paid the tuition fees, healthcare insurance, and accommodation costs, but I need some pocket money for my daily life and leisure time. Okay, again, leisure time is quite a formal phrasing. I would just say for save money for daily expenses. Okay, I can work for 20 hours in a week based on the law, or I would say on my student visa. Do you have any person who can give some help or chance to get a part-time job? Do you have any persons, they don't own them, or do you know any people who can give some help or chances to get a part-time job? If you have some people, if you know some people, you have a dog, you have a pet, you have a chance, you don't have a person. Do you know some people? If you know some people, then would you introduce me or send a mail to the person? I can teach piano, guitar, bass guitar, and Korean. I can also definitely clean and wash dishes. Thank you for your support. Best regards, David. Okay, my only thing is that this letter is kind of, I feel like they didn't explain enough about why they're talking to this person. So you might want to give some details about this. Is your friend in the same country? Do they know people? Have they just come back from studying abroad there? Like they came back to Korea and it's like, I know that you studied in Toronto last year. So do you know have any suggestions where I can go to help or something like that? And then I would explain more. About your connection. You know, maybe you want to sort of start by being more friendly at the start of the essay or at the start of the letter. Okay, how are you? It's been so long. I'm so excited to catch up when I get to Canada. Or, you know, before you started on that, hi, how are you? Things are going well. Can you get me a job? Like the tone was a little bit off. But overall, I think this candidate's got a lot of good things going on. So in terms of task achievement, I'd probably give probably a 5.5 because they did fulfill the task a little bit, but they didn't fully explain the connection, like I said, between this person, this friend, and the job. So you didn't sort of explain why you picked this person or why this person would be able to help you. Cohesion and coherence, it was pretty logical. Again, I would sort of give them out at a 5.5. The vocabulary was pretty good. They used some sort of, you know, tuition fees, health insurance, accommodation costs. Sometimes it was a little bit inappropriate for the context. So again, I would sort of give it 5.5. And then grammar, I thought was reasonably okay. I liked their punctuation, you know. I thought that you had a good job at punctuation, question marks and exclamation points. So grammar probably give a sort of a 6 to, and so coming out an overall 5.5. Okay, and I would definitely check your vocabulary. Okay, and make sure you're using informal phrasing. Okay, and in task achievement, make sure that you're sort of fully committed to the task and that you don't write something that doesn't quite sound like a letter. Okay, so part of this task is coming across friendly and getting the right tone. Okay, so I would work on your tone and sort of explaining a little bit more. Take your time with the letter. It felt a little bit rushed. Take your time to make sure that you're fully covering all 3 of the parts of the task. Okay, this part wasn't quite done enough. Details of your study plans. Okay, so they talked about the plan to study for 6 years, but they didn't really explain clearly how this person was connected to that. Okay, so I think lots of chances to improve for this candidate. I thought it was a good go at the letter, and I think they've got some strong areas where they can work on.